Hello everyone, Dijon here. In the video game portion of episode 128 of the Mustardcast, we go over what games we've been playing lately, give our in-progress review of Donkey Kong Bannza, and discuss the new info from the Ghost of Yotei State of Play. Please enjoy. Moving on to video games, what have you been playing lately?
Still Deltarune. I've been playing through it again for a couple friends of mine. Just to, because they haven't played chapter 3 and 4, and that's been really, really fun. I've been doing a lot of Repo lately, that like multiplayer game that's very, very much like, what is it? What's the other one?
Something Company, Lethal Company.
Lethal Company, yeah. It's very Lethal Company-esque, but it's a lot. It's hard to describe because it's Lethal Company-esque, but it also has some elements of that other one, like content warning. It's like its own separate thing because it got a really big content update, and so my friends have been like, "You should play it with us," and I'm like, "Okay." And it's been nice, but it's also been a little scary. More than like Lethal Company and content warning have ever scared me, mostly because I don't know how to play it as well as I do the other two. But it's been nice. I've also fallen into the trap of Umumusume Pretty Derby, and have devoted my life to these anime girl horses. It's bleak. It's bleak in here, because I downloaded it for the kicks and giggles. Like, oh, it's free. Why not just play this silly horse girl gotcha game? And now I feel like an actual horse trainer that like cares about these horses. It's insane, but very fun for a gotcha game. I'm hoping that it doesn't fall into the trap that like most gotchas do, where it's like it starts off really really fun because it's like the gotcha element isn't really that important, and then the gotcha becomes so important that it's like you lose the enjoyment of the rest of the game. Fingers crossed that that does not happen, but I don't have hope, according to what some other like more dedicated fans have said, which is unfortunate. I've also gotten back into Fear and Hunger because Termina, the second one, is about to get a really big content update, so it's been making me like itch to play it a little more. And that's been really really fun, really frustrating, but really fun. And the creator brought back some mechanics that I'm not quite happy with, but we'll see. We'll see how they play when the update actually comes. Oh, and me and the girlfriend started playing Cyberpunk for real this time because
Oh,
it's free on PS Plus, and it runs way better on the PlayStation than it does my rinky-dink computer. So we've been playing that, and that's been really fun. And it's
oh,
nice to see it actually work and not chug.
I'm so excited to hear what you think about that because I'm like, it has to work fine on PS4 now because it runs on a Switch too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it runs like a dream. It's really good.
Yeah, I love that game so much. That game has entered
Mhm.
like it might be top 10 for me now. I love that game.
Oh
That
wow,
game is so good.
it is. From what we haven't gotten that far, but I'm really enjoying what I've seen as of right now.
Yeah,
And that's it. That's all I've got.
yeah. For me, still playing Doom: The Dark Ages. Slowly, make my way through it, but not force myself to rush through it or anything. It took me a while to
Mhm.
finish both Doom Eternal and 2016. Though 2016 was quicker because I like 2016 more than Eternal. I
Right.
like it more than Dark Ages too, but Dark Ages it took a bit to grow on me, but I'm enjoying it a lot now because I feel like it was kind of just like a slow start to like introduce a lot of its core mechanics, which I felt like was really weird. But
Mhm.
once you get everything, and just start to now upgrade your weapons and things and different abilities, then it starts getting really fun.
Ooh,
I've mentioned
okay.
it before, but I think I dislike is that you're not as encouraged to use different weapons. Like you could very easily, other than running out of ammo, like you're not encouraged to
Mhm.
use different weapons. Like the only time I like sometimes I'll use one weapon for an encounter and then run out of ammo. I'm like, oh well, now I gotta switch. um, which like I like that Eternal forced you to switch between weapons to take out certain enemies because you use the
Mm.
grenade launcher to launch a grenade into a cacodemon's mouth and they explode and die automatically, or blow up a what are they called? I always forget the name of the demons. Arachnotron. That's what it's called.
Arachnotron. Yeah.
The or blow up the Arachnotron's turret. Like it was, or you use the sniper rifle to take out. I forget. Or I think you can also use the sniper rifle to take out Arachnotron's turret. Like yeah, like you have specific weapons for specific enemies that are useful for them. And
Mhm.
you just don't have that anymore. So like you don't feel as incentivized
Oh.
to utilize the entirety of your arsenal. And I
Mhm.
whenever I'm just faced with a big demon, I'm like, up rocket launcher time. So like yeah, I wish they encouraged you to switch weapons more often. Of course, playing Marvel Rivals, especially since season 3 started, releasing with Jean Grey, aka the Phoenix, and she's real fun. She might become one of my go-to ranged duelists. She
Okay.
requires good aim because her shot spread is damn near the size of a pinprick, so you got to be precise. But she also excels at doing damage to groups, since every third hit on an enemy causes an explosion. And
Oh.
any enemies caught in an explosion only need 2 more hits to cause another explosion. So, or if
Wow.
you hit them, because what happens is she hits you, she puts a mark on you. If she puts 3 marks on you, then it explodes. And if a person explodes and they're next to their teammates, that'll also put a mark on them. So you only have to put 2 more marks to then have them explode and start the cycle all over. But if you get a hit shot, it's
Mhm.
automatically 2 marks. I think it's automatically 2 marks, or it might automatically explode. I can't remember. But either way, it expedites the process. And yeah, she's fun. I learned that sometimes you do have to just hold the trigger instead of like just tapping it, especially since I'm scared I might be getting arthritis because sometimes my hands be hurting, and I'm like, no.
Oh no.
Um, and I'm like, not, no, you can't do this to me. I played too many games for this to happen. Um, but yeah,
Right.
she's fun so far. But the big one, um, Donkey Kong Bonanza came out. Um, and
Yes.
I went and picked up a physical copy the day of release, and boy, is it fun. Um, don't worry, I will bring you my Switch next week so you can check it out.
Okay.
Whenever you have time because you're busy. um,
Yeah.
but yeah, so far, Smashing Things has just not gotten old. I know it's only been a couple of days, but I don't think it's gonna get old. Even after
Right.
I beat the game, I think I'm still going to just hop in every now and again and smash some stuff and have it be like a comfort game that I just hop in every now and again, especially since there's so many collectibles. I assume you've
Mhm.
played Super Mario Odyssey, and there is an
Yep.
ungodly amount of moons in that game, and there are just as
Hmm.
many bananas in this to collect. And every like 5 bananas, you get a skill point. So I'm always hunting down
Oh.
bananas so I can upgrade my skills because it's a skill tree, and it's a good skill tree. Um,
Wow.
and I'm having a lot of fun just finding bananas and then unlocking skills to make it easier to like smash through stuff. I've only gotten one of the bonanzas, so I'm still early in the game. I've gotten the Kong Bonanza, turned into a bigger monkey, and smash
Hmm.
harder. And yeah, it's real fun. I feel like Odd Rock is weird because it like almost feels unnecessary, and it could have just been Pauline from the beginning because like
Hmm.
we all know it's Pauline. You told us. You also,
Right.
it's on the cover of the game. So it's like it's not like it's a surprise that Otterreich is Pauline. So I feel like it
Right.
should have just been Pauline from the beginning. Like there was honestly no reason for her to ever have been a rock. It just
Mm.
it felt like an unnecessary inclusion. Just have it be Pauline. But
Yeah.
Pauline's fun. Like there are places you can go to like rest and like recover hearts, and then it gives you like bonus hearts. And as you're
Mm.
sleeping, Pauline will like wake you up and like have a conversation with Donkey Kong, and it's fun. Um, but yeah, I'm having a good time. Don't have much to say yet because I'm still early in the game. But um, the platforming is also very fun. Very simple in comparison. I feel like um, Mario has a lot more kind of like complexities in like the various
Mhm.
different jumps you can do, and people can get real. The skill ceiling on that is a lot higher. And in this, I feel
Right.
like the skill ceiling isn't as high with the platforming, but it's not like when you combine certain of the moves he can do, like he has the like roll he does. If you do like if you just jump off a platform and then roll, that's the end of that, and then
Mhm.
you just fall. But if you roll off a platform, then jump, you can then roll again, so you can go further vertically. And there's a bunch of different stuff like that that you can kind of like have a bit higher of a skill ceiling in terms of like figuring out combos to platform better. But yeah, having a good time figuring that stuff out. Yeah, next moving on to gaming news. There was a
Mhm.
Ghost of Tsushima, or excuse me, Ghost of Yotei State of Play. Um, and a lot of information I'll be pulling from today will come from, of course, the state of play, the state of play itself, but also Michael Kripe at IGN and a GameSpot interview between Timur Hussein and creative directors Nate Fox and Jason Connell.
Ooh.
So, did you manage to check out the state of play?
I did. Yeah. And I'm excited. I'm so excited. Ah!
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Ghost of Yotei focuses on Atsu, and she seeks revenge against the Yotei Six at any cost. It's a bloody journey that has led Atsu's enemies to fear her, with many worried that she is a legendary Unreal spirit come to life. Ghost of Yotei fuels this
Mm.
journey of vengeance in a completely new way, allowing players to flash back to his protagonist's younger years with the simple press of a button. In regards to flashbacks, in the GameSpot interview, Jason Connell says, "We wanted to establish that feeling of what it used to be, so that you could understand Natsu's loss." And I think everybody has had this experience where you maybe go home to your parents' house and you see the bedroom that you grew up in, and whether you like it or not, you remember who you were at that time. These memories come
Mm.
back, and it's a very human experience. And to make it interactive just helps drive home the universality of it. So I'm very curious about how this works and if it's more or
Mm.
less effective than just throwing us into a flashback for a short period of time, like in the first game. Because I don't know, from the outside looking at it, to me, it kind of just seems like more of a technical showcase of the power of the PS5 than an actual meaningful feature. Um,
Right.
because I feel like I don't know, you could just put me in a flashback and I'll be fine. But I'll have to actually experience it to know for sure. What are your thoughts?
I think it's a good like I like the idea of it, but I really do think the execution is like what'll make or break it. Because if they like I don't know. I'm nervous about it because like it sounds cool in theory, but it has the potential to be like not like I won't think about it while playing and that kind of, it makes me sad because it's like I said it sounds cool.
Yeah. We also learn about how they are prioritizing exploration through a new clue system. So, traveling
Mm.
through Ezo means encountering a land far different from the war torn island of Tsushima. Beautiful in its own
Mhm.
right, Ghost of Yotei's new map encourages players to experience Atsu's journey how they please, with Sucker Punch going as far as to say the adventure focuses on player freedom more than any game. One example of this newfound player freedom can be found in the clue system, which can lead the player in new directions. While some information gained during the interrogation may see Atsu travel to snowy mountaintops that hide hidden attackers, another may take her to a village ravaged by fire and an army of samurai. In their interview with GameSpot, Jason Connell goes more into detail about the car system and says, but I think that the card clues are that, a little bit. We got rid of this exhaustive journal that's just pages and pages and text and just what you've done. I don't really remember the journal because it's been a while since I played Tsushima, but you played it more recently. Um, how do you feel
Mm.
about like the journal in the game? Because I don't really remember it that much.
I I have mixed feelings on it because like as a tool to like help us figure out what we were doing when we like would drop it for a little bit and then pick it back up, it was nice. But like once you get like a whole bunch of quests, it really gets like I got not overwhelming necessarily, but it's like, damn, I have all this shit I need to do and so little time to do it. I don't know. I think this was a step in a good
Yeah,
direction because like
and Connell says it's exhaustive when people spend more time on the map visuals and pictorial references instead of actually playing the
mhm,
game.
yeah.
But yeah, he goes on to say that getting these clues, you might get a little bit of a clue because you haven't gotten a weapon in a while or something like that. We might give you a little bit of a clue where a weapon might be, and maybe we tell you where it is for this one, and maybe we'll give you a general location. If weapons are your thing, cool, go do that. Or maybe we'll tell you about armor over here. If armor is your thing and that's what you want, great. We try to give you some of these opportunities so you're not completely aimless, and you'll never be aimless if you're on the golden path, but we try to feed you
Mhm.
enough cool things to whet your appetite for what you possibly could do in this game. So it seems like they want exploration to be core to the gameplay experience and are tying every system to that. So they don't want to just tell you what things are. They give you a clue about where a sword skin or a armor set is, and it's your job to kind of like go and explore and figure it out. But
Right.
they don't want it. They don't want actually playing the story mode to be difficult. So they want that to be a simple and a thing that you can very easily follow, as opposed to all of the optional stuff.
Mhm.
It also seems like character progression is tied to exploration. In the GameSpot interview, Connell also says to get weapons in the game, you have to hunt down the weapon sensei. You got to find them in the world. build relationships with them, and then engage with them in submissions. And you'll get to get these new weapons, and they'll train you how to use these cool new things. And you also unlock new abilities at altars of reflection found throughout Ezzo. So like character progression is also tied to exploring. Exploring is very much key to this game, which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
Just exploring Tsushima was real fun. It was very beautiful, so you just want to ride around and look at things. And then, of course, you
for
have
sure.
the various different clues they use to guide you to things like the foxes, and the wind and things like that.
Hmm.
Moving on to some combat, uh, we'll be getting 4 new weapons in addition to the katana, larger odachi sword, kusarigama, aka sickle and chain, a spear, and dual katanas. And these weapons will replace the stat system from Tsushima. And now each weapon will be used to counter specific enemy types. In the state of play, they mentioned that the odachi is good against larger enemies, and that the dual swords are good against spears. But the creative director Nate Fox says in the GameSpot interview that the Kusarigama is good against shields, as well as large groups of enemies, since you can swing the chain around.
Hmm.
We also get a glimpse of some exciting boss battles that result from the new bounty hunting system. Yeah, but Atsu herself also has a bounty on her head. Nate Fox says that Atsu starts the game as a sellsword. She doesn't live by the code of the samurai. She'll do whatever it takes to win, and she is so relentless in her hunt for the Yotei 6. And this will result in the occasional encounter with bounty hunters after Atsu on the road, which Assassin's Creed Shadows also has a very similar system, which I think
That's it.
the Assassin's Creed games before that, the was it Origins, Odyssey, Valhalla also have that bounty system. But another thing that I'm like one of the few things that I'm semi concerned about how they handle, or more interested, less concerned, is the camping and the companion system. In
Mm.
between combat encounters and brushes with death, players can allow Atsu to rest under the stars. Here you can cook food, play music, and even meet up with allies, while taking in all Ezo skies have to offer. With these changes also comes a replacement for the standard journal that is known as Atsu's Wolfpack. Sucker Punch calls the menu system a more character-driven way of managing allies and vendors met during Atsu's journey. It's a straightforward way to see who might have something to offer, and it's wrapped up with art for each face you meet. So yeah, I'm very interested in seeing exactly how the camp system works. Do you get to choose the companions who visit you, or is it random? And do they also have a permanent residence somewhere on the map, or do they only show up in your camp? I'm very interested to know how that works.
Me too. Me too.
But yeah, this is also another change that they're making to the journal system with having this Wolfpack menu with this
Mm.
beautiful art of all the characters that you can cycle through and see who has quest. And last but certainly not least, we have some returning game modes and new ones. The Kurosawa mode returns alongside new immersive options. For those that don't know, Ghost of Tsushima had a black and white visual mode inspired by the samurai films of the legendary Akira Kurosawa, and now
Hmm.
they'll be including 2 more visual modes
Ooh.
inspired by other samurai media legends. The first visual mode is based off of 13 Assassins director Takashi Miike's visual style, moving the camera in closer and adding more blood and mud. And the second mode brings in the work of Samurai Champloo anime director Shinichiro Watanabe by featuring original lo-fi beats, the back moments of exploration and combat with music directed by Watanabe himself. Connell said, "We have several original tracks Watanabe's created and some remixes of our actual score." So I'm excited to hear that
Ooh.
because they
That is really
released
exciting.
2 new tracks, um, original tracks from the main score of the game
Mhm.
after the state of play, and they're awesome. I listened to the main theme that they released a while ago on all streaming platforms, just simply titled Ghost of Yotei. It's real good. It's a mix of Japanese music and Western music. It's really fun. Um, and then yeah, they released 2 new ones. One titled the Yotei 6 and one titled Atsu's theme, and they're both really good.
Mm.
Atsu's theme is kind of like it's basically the main theme goes to Yotei, but with a person actually singing the melody. versus just the
Oh,
instrumentals.
sick.
And Yotei 6 is so good. More of that Western theme in there, a little bit of electric guitar towards the end. That's so good.
Mhm.
It's incredible. I highly suggest listening to it. I'm excited for this soundtrack. I could easily see this being one of my favorite soundtracks of the year. Not my favorite because Expedition 33 is undefeatable. It's just it can't happen. Because Expedition 33 has entered top 10 territory in terms of soundtracks. Like that
Right, right,
soundtrack
right.
is incredible. I can't think of many soundtracks I like more than Expedition 33's. But this, I can see this being one of the better ones this year that probably ends up being nominated for a Game Award for Best Soundtrack.
For sure.
But yeah, any other thoughts about the state of play that you have?
I'm just I'm just excited, and it's like now I'm like I've been scouring like eBay and Mercari and like other secondhand sites to find a PS5 cheap because I'm like I have to play this. If nothing else on the PS5, at least this, you know.
Yeah, this is awesome. Yeah, this is exclusive to PS5, so you're gonna have to, you know, get a PS5 or
After I just
wait a
bought,
while. Yeah, after you just
say
got a
after I just
four,
bought the damn PS4,
and you
I'm
and you just played Ghost of Tsushima, and then you're like, God damn it.
right now I have to my whole separate thing, but it's fine. I'm sure it'll be worth it.
Yeah,
So not too bad.
and there's other games. Plus, you can play a better version of Cyberpunk.
True.
But yeah, it's I'm excited for this game. I can't remember when it releases. Let me look it up real quick. It's in October. I know that much. It's October 2nd. So not too long from now. But yeah, excited.